Well, perhaps most of you are familiar with a country with its vast education. It is Finland. And do you know one of the reasons of why Finland becomes the best for its education is because of its assessment system. There's no standardized test. Students will be graded individually with a grading system created by their own teacher. Then, how is Indonesian assessment system? Is it the same like Finland? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, Oxford Dictionary defines assessment as a process of testing students and making a judgment about their knowledge and ability progress. Simply to say, the process of scoring what you have learned in a lesson for a certain time. It's usually done every week in the middle of the semester or at the end of the semester. The purpose of assessment is to measure students' ability of mastering a subject. The assessment system can be one of the factors to determine the education quality in a country. However, for some reasons, the assessment system in Indonesia still needs some improvements. One of the foremost is because it sometimes do not relate what students have learned. For many times, I've experienced that many of the questions in the exam do not relate what my teacher ever teaches me. Say for instance, in biology, the topic that I learned is about plants, but in the exam, there's no topic about plants. It leads me to confusion. How can I do the task that I never studied? I don't know who should be blamed, but that becomes the first thing of the flaw in the Indonesian assessment system. The second thing is the assessment is only one form of score. There's no further information about it. It means if I get 75 in math while the passing score is 70, I only know that I passed the math subject. I do not know what area of my math that needs to be improved. Is it algebra or is it arithmetic? The next thing is a standardized assessment. Indonesia used to have national examination. It was a test for all the students in Indonesia. Although it now was erased from our education system, but we may still remember it as the worst part of Indonesia educational. It was a common thing when we heard from the news that there are students suicide from depression after failing the national examination. It was nonsense. Students from an isolated area with its limitation education quality and facility needs to do the same task as students from big city with better education level. Frankly speaking, the changing system of Indonesian assessment system that is no longer standardized tests does not really change Indonesia education quality. Even worse, many schools like to mark up the score of their students. It's just because they want their students can be accepted in some reputable school and university. The more students accepted in that, the more people want to register their children to the school. The last thing is the assessment is not fair. Why did I say that? Because assessment only sees students from one aspect and ignore other aspect. You don't believe me? You will be labeled as smart if you are good at math or science. If you are good at art or sport, you won't be as popular as them. It is clearly seen in the final school exam where art and sport do not have the same portion as math and science. Each student is special with their own talents. Therefore, teachers need to see them as a unique individual. Then, how we deal with those problems? Because I'm only a junior high school student, the only thing I can say is government, teachers, and all the stakeholders needs to sit together and see for the best formula for the assessment system in Indonesia. Therefore, the new system will be monitored and supervised periodically. At last, there is a famous quotation from Albert Einstein, stating, "If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's stupid." So, please teacher, look at your students not only from one side, but from the whole. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.